Welcome everybody to another Path Less Traveled. I am your host, BB Big Brother Jake, whatever you want to call me. And tonight we look at finishing up our exploration, our delve, into the Transformers role-playing game. The Transformers role-playing game is published by Renegade Studios. They've got quite a number of books out at this point, and we have been running through the scenario included in the core rulebook. Now I say we, but at this point I've only introduced myself. So let me go ahead, introduce you to my mates here, my friends, and the characters they are playing. First up, we have Decaf. And Decaf, a little
Oh,
buddy of mine, is playing Flit Switch. Decaf, tell us a little bit, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your character here.
I am playing Flit Switch today. Flit Switch is the party mechanic, if you will, because there's no better way to word that when you're an Autobot. Because in real world terms, you could say I'm the hairdresser. I like to fix people up, mostly my fellow Autobots, obviously. I'm the mender. I flash a lot of steel just for the sake of making people look good. And every now and again, I might pull out a gun or a hammer to smack down. But primarily, I am just the technician.
Yep, and we got your alt mode here, just to remind people, the little Range Rover there.
My beautiful little Range Rover form. Yep.
Well, excellent. I just have the characters lined up here, so I'm going to go in order. We are also joined by Thread, or Threadworthy. Thread, how you doing?
Hello. Doing great, BB. How you doing?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you for asking. You're not getting anything
Yay.
extra for asking, but I appreciate the attempt.
That's fine.
You
No
are
story
playing.
points?
You are playing. Well, you guys do all have story points. We'll get into that momentarily. But you are playing Light Swipe.
Yay,
Now-
light swipe.
Who is Light Swipe? Who is this
Light swipe.
mecca of mystery?
Mecca of mystery that used to be a senator, but now is a warrior on Earth. This bot knows a bot who knows a bot. This bot is expensive, fabulous, a swashbuckler of sorts, has a lovely cape that hides really cool things, and has a glorious and very expensive alt mode that they're a huge fan of.
Yeah, the Aston Martin DB12 Volante.
Yes,
I remembered to pull up my
sounds
notes this
expensive.
time, so I know what you guys transform into.
I didn't even know that, to be honest. I was like, convertible Aston Martin. Yeah.
Well, then next up, we have good old buddy of mine, the guy I've known the longest amongst the people here. Not that I favor him any more than one or the other. We have Ben, my good old buddy Ben. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing all right.
That is great to hear. And Ben, who are you playing? I know who you're
I
playing.
am playing.
Let the people
Yep.
know who you're playing.
I am playing Red Tape. It's a little Jeep office worker that wanted to do something different than PowerPoints all day.
Yep. So you've got the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon as your alt mode.
Yep.
And
'Cause you see
your
them all over the city.
your guy decided, he's not gonna be a pencil pusher. He's going to be a sniper. Hell of a career change.
Very.
But he is not the party's only gunner. No, he is not alone in that mission, in that regard. He is joined by the last member of our party, Shy.
Well, hello there.
And it is worth noting, since we are playing Transformers, Shy is not the name of the character, but the person playing him. Shy
Yeah, what's up?
is in
The not so
fact
shy
playing Volley. So Shy,
Yeah.
who is this? Who is this Volley?
All right. Volley was an ex off-road racer, if you will. Got pulled into some experiments, and now is kind of given what that just desserts, if you will. So, as a gunner, maybe not originally, he now has the chance to probably take guns with him that are a little bigger than you might expect for someone of his size,
Indeed.
while still maintaining his original speed.
Indeed, yeah. So Volley transforms into a Lazarus LMV 496, which, if you're not in the know, is a hover bike.
Yep. And yes, he can hover.
So, in our last session, our 4 heroes fought a battle atop a bridge, fighting off against Decepticon Seeker scouts while trying to rescue human civilians. They managed to succeed in their task and did so quite admirably. In fact, one of the civilians they saved, a young woman by the name of Ruby Anderson, heard that they were next headed to the Hoover Dam, which has come under attack. She informs you that her aunt works at the dam and pleads to take you with her. You guys do, at least you did at the time. I'm not sure if you're regretting that choice yet, and headed for the dam. However, upon arriving there, a transmission from your commanding officer Jazz, was cut off by the screeching tones of the sinister Starscream. Just to remind everybody a little bit about what that was, what had happened, I'm going to read back his transmission. Foolish Autobots! You do not know with whom you are meddling. It is I, Starscream, commander of the Seekers and rightful lord over the Decepticons. The energon being generated by this collapsing, outdated Earthling technology is mine, all mine, and you will have none of it. Seekers, destroy these simpering buffoons once and for all! And as he concluded his announcement, a quartet of jets streaked overhead, their contrails filling the sky, and you know that they will be circling back and be sure to rain down upon you. You have a little bit of time before they manage to land. And as we transition into our start here, I've got you guys on the Hoover Dam map. Get you down here at the bottom. So I'll give you a little bit of description about what's going on here. The Hoover Dam, if we zoom out a little bit, is not in the best of ways. It's leaking a little.
A little?
Yeah, just a little. And you see, amongst the rubble and everything else, there are a trio of terrified human civilians standing up ahead. Just to redirect your vision a little bit. Now, as you guys pull in here, as we mentioned, everybody's got their story points. I have my own story points as well, so we each have you guys share 4. I have 4 of my own. We have the rules reference, so you can double check what you can do with those story points, and you guys have energon points. Now, I can't remember if we replenished energon points following your fight against the Seeker Scouts. I don't think we did, so what I'm going to say right now, and maybe this is just me being generous, everybody go ahead and regenerate 1 energon point if you are missing any. And on your character sheets, that is going to be under personal power, because, dear viewers, Roll20, which we are using, maybe regrettably, does not have Transformers character sheets. So we are using Power Rangers character sheets because they run on the same system. Also, I want to give a quick welcome to Trashy Worm. Thanks for stopping by. Alright. So as you guys pull in here, as you see the sights before you, you see the people sort of like shaking, they're like pointing at like the jets. They are terrified. Anybody who has, at least some degree of the technology skill can go ahead and give me a difficulty 14 technology skill test.
Sure.
Happily.
Okay.
About 2, yep.
Yep, so difficulty 14, you shouldn't have any like snags or anything like that. Let's get... There we go. We got Flit Switch coming in with an 18.
Oh, man.
11, 13. All right, well, at least
Rough.
Flit Switch knows, and you might even have Ruby, because you are the one who is driving Ruby around, notice that the dam doesn't have long to hold. While it certainly comes equipped with a release valve for just such an emergency as what you are witnessing here, you're not equipped with the specific knowledge of the dam needed to start the depressurization process. However, you know the engineers you see up ahead are likely able to do so. The Seekers are still circling there, presently out of sight. What would you guys like to do? I'm going to switch our music track a little bit here.
Should probably talk to those people who know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Could they be protected in us too, like until we get the fixes and then get them to safety?
Perhaps.
Or
All right, so you guys want to drive up there? Feel free to move yourselves on the map. So they are right here.
Oh, I can get the whole map.
This Wrangler like swerves up. This Aston Martin right behind, and they're like, they were like watching the jets, but they see just this strange assortment of cars driving up, and like they start like waving. Hey, you gotta get out of here. You gotta leave. Noticing just like as you move closer that there's nobody actually driving. At your approach, Flit Switch, Ruby hops out of the car, and runs over to the first woman here. Auntie Ruth, they're here to help. They're Autobots. What's going on? What's happening? Do you guys stay in vehicle mode? Do you want to transform?
I think Flit Switch would take the initiative to go ahead and transform.
Okay, you transform into this towering robot, and she takes a step back, but she sees her niece there. She looks at you. She's sort of like swallows her fears. Well, like the girl said, my name's Ruth. I'm her aunt. Who are you?
Oh, honey, my name's Flit Switch. We're here to protect you. I think we need to deal with this dam, though, first.
She looks around her, looking at her terrified colleagues, and so I'm not sure how much we can do here. They're coming back for another run. I think we got to get out of here. Now, you think that maybe you could try persuading her to stand her ground a little bit, if that's something you want to do.
It probably would be a good idea.
I could give it a whirl. I could give it a try.
Okay.
I do also have persuasion.
Yeah, whoever wants to do so can try to persuade them. Ruby being there is going to give you, anybody who does so, 2 upshifts on the skill test.
Is there any way I could quote unquote aid as well? If I also give any sort of
Yeah, so what
reasoning
you're
as to what
thinking
my
of,
cause would be?
you'd have to give me a little bit, some sort of description of what you're doing here. Now let me take a look at the lend assistance action, because that's something you can do outside of combat. It's similar to the aid of Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few differences to it though, so let me just double check the rules on it so we can be certain. If the rest of you guys want to start getting those roles set up,
Yep, I could do that.
Here we go.
Potentially more if I'm able to aid.
With the aid thing, do you have to have proficiency in the action to be able to aid?
When you attempt a skills test, an ally can work with you, lending assistance on the test. You must be trained in the skill being tested and have any requisite equipment for the task to lend assistance.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Folly, are you at least trained in persuasion?
Nope.
Then I'm
I have
afraid it is.
deception.
It is just going to be light swipe or flit switch, or both of you, if you both want to take a crack at it.
I definitely do. What's the difficulty? Because even with the upshift, I go up to a D8, and it's my specialty. So
Ooh, you're specialized in
Nice.
it?
yeah. Even though
Okay.
the last round didn't indicate that very well with the failed persuasions before. What difficulty would you like us to put here?
It is going to be difficulty 11.
Okay.
Suppose while they're doing that, Volley will transform as well and get the oh my god, and we'll get the
Wow.
we'll get the mortar cannon like locked in and set up just in case the Seekers come by without them being prepared.
Certainly. Okay. So, with Ruby there vouching for you guys, Ruth nods and she, introduces. She mentions that she is the lead engineer, and she knows how to engage the release valves, but needs help directing the engineers who would rather escape the impending doom. Now, before you guys can start talking about that, you see the jets zoom by over the. And they stop about midair, and they're too far away for you to hear it, but you can almost feel the chung 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 as they begin to transform, and a quartet of humanoid individuals drop onto the rock in the middle of the water here. The first of them is a towering figure of blue and silver. Do bring him to the token layer. He is accompanied by one with a similar design in her body, of purple and black. There's another of mottled green, some of them being an almost neon sort of hue. And then standing a little bit like lower than them on the rock is almost so like, not, you get the sense that he's a little not quite as welcome among them, is a what appears to be a Seeker rookie. This is a young member of the team. Now, while this is a nameless Seeker rookie, all of you recognize the other three standing upon the rock. So let me bring up. So, the green one is the infamous Rainmaker, known as Acid Storm. The blue one and the purple one are both members of Skywarp's own Trine, the trio of Seeker, the trio that Seekers often form, with the blue one being Thundercracker and the purple one being Skywarp. As they all land, Thundercracker points a finger in your direction. You heard Starscream. Make sure they don't do anything to mess up the plan. Don't want to hear them whining about it. And as they appear, we're going to go ahead and start rolling for initiative.
Oh boy. They're in such an amazing spot that I want to roll well. I want to roll good.
It'd be important for you to do so, yes.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna happen for me. I've accepted it.
That was quick. Wait, let me
Alright.
make sure I got him selected.
I like skill shift up a few times and go up to.
Oh boy.
Ah.
And on a tie, the enemies go first, right?
I'll have to double check. I think you guys get it on a tie in this system.
Why so bad?
Oh, we got so many characters to add to the.
I love the. Why so bad?
It's so bad. I think this is the lowest I've ever rolled.
I have so many characters to roll for. Thank you, Renegade, for giving me 4 different characters to control for this encounter. That's not a ton of stat blocks. I have to keep switching through and alternating through. Okay. That should be everybody. Gang's all here. Let's get some order to this. Volley, you're going pretty quickly. You might have a chance to get a shot in here. But leading the pack is none other than Thundercracker. However, before he acts, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about what's going on. So, your main mission here is not necessarily to fight these Seekers. Your mission is to save the Hoover Dam. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to have to get the engineers to the valve terminals. There are 6 terminals. They are marked with Area C, so you'll see them over here, as well as all the way over here. 6 terminals. There's 3 each at each location, and what they have to do is they have to get there and they have to make a technology skill test. It is possible for common-sized Autobots to navigate the tight tunnels and make the same technology skill test if they are willing to leave the fighting of the Seekers to the rest of the squad.
Of course, it's the common sized.
Yeah, I'm too big, right?
Yes, yep, common size is going to be Volley and Red Tape. Flip
Yeah.
Switch,
Red Tape, how's your
Lightweight,
technology?
are large.
Trained?
Right.
I have a
Okay,
D2.
that's yeah. I had a D2 too, so okay, that's good.
I mean, I'm not quick, so I know I'm gonna have to stay behind and defend the line.
I just can't shoot except for with standard issue stuff. So we'll see. I'm gonna get creative. We're gonna get that.
I mean, worst case scenario, and which is really our best case scenario, but don't tell the enemies. I have a hammer that I can use tech attacks with because it's got electricity on it. So
Nice.
we
Yeah.
could just get a flank going on between your sword and my hammer,
Heck yeah.
and they won't know what's coming.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, are you guys clear on what you got to do?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we
think
need
so.
to get them at least to those locations. Okay.
Okay.
I'm guessing they have to be on both sides for it to work as well. Like, I'm guessing the dam is partitioned.
Yep. It needs.
An operation.
There's the 6 valves, and each of them need to be activated. 3 per side. So,
Oh, super fun.
first to act is Thundercracker, and you see he sort of like grabs the rookie in front of him and like forces him down as he forcing him to duck as he lifts his arm and fires shots in the direction of the workers. While none of the shots land, it does seem to send them into another panic, and you fear that you will likely have to calm them down again to get them to move. That is his round, which means it is going to be Volley's turn next.
Oh, you want to
Return
start taking pot
send.
shots? You want to take pot? Here, have a pot shot. And as he launches a mortar shot, because I did clarify, I was locked in first.
Yep, yeah, you set up your mounted weapon beforehand. You were ready to
Mhm.
go. All right.
So,
So-
I'm going to do exactly that.
Yep. Now there is.
Now, I am going to use... Oh, go ahead.
I just wanted to look at All right, so you're making an attack, so you're going to choose a target within your weapon's range or reach.
It's a radius of 15 feet, and I'm doing it right here.
Okay.
Centered on the middle one.
Centered on Skywarp.
And that hits all of them.
Perfect. All right. Now
I am going to aim for this first.
You are common sized.
I am.
You are targeting large targets. Okay. There's no extra bonus for targeting large targets.
Really? I thought there was.
Long targets. You got a bonus last time because they were in their jet alt modes.
Oh, okay.
These 4 are all in robot mode.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, what element is your mortar?
Oh, it's electric.
It's electric, so you will get an upshift from that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I am aiming. There's an
you're
upshift
gonna
from that.
So there's an upshift from that. All right. Let's go ahead and see it. Skywarp is, of course, going to try to dodge.
All right.
She's going to try to use her evasion.
What's my shift I have to deal with here? Or not shift, difficulty.
For against Skywarp, it is going to be difficulty 19.
You're gracious.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Let me Energon and story points. Okay. I can spend an Energon to get an upshift if I want. Uh-huh. Cool. Screw it. I'm going to spend an Energon to try and get an upshift. I want to get a really good shot off at the very beginning.
Okay.
So, here's to hoping. You said 19?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me spend that real fast before I forget it. I don't know how to. There we go.
Yep.
I have to click edit first.
Gotcha.
There we go. Okay. All right. And here goes nothing. Let's see what this does. I rolled so poorly on that D20. This happens every freaking time.
Yeah, I think 6 was
Do we
your
want-
favorite number last time, too.
Which is
Do we want a
stupid.
story point?
I don't think it will help.
It's only if you roll a 1, you can spend a story point to re-roll.
Gotcha.
Damn.
All right, that is your standard
Does-
action.
Would that affect any of the other 3? Because it's just a 15-foot radius, right? Like,
Right, let me see. So
I don't know how area works.
Yeah, you've got these traits, indirect and stuff, and so I imagine that's got to do something. Let's double check. It would make sense if it does. I gotta find the section that covers them.
Man.
Open effects and traits. Here we go. Area. Affects everything in the effect area. Oh! Okay, so you know what? It would have gone against the defenses of everybody in that area.
Separately. Okay.
Yes. So let me double check
Meaning they all get to pick.
all of them. Yep.
I mean, it's only a 13, unfortunately, so it's probably not going to hit any of them if I'm knowing my luck.
That's probably the case. Yeah, we have Thundercracker avoids it. We see. Oh, I have the rookie open. The rookie avoids it. Yeah, if the rookie avoids it, then I know Acid Storm is going to also avoid it. His numbers are a little off, actually. I have to adjust. Okay. So yeah, you fire this blast and the electricity crackles. However, they manage to dodge out of the way or take cover, maybe lifting into the air to evade the crackling field that you create.
Free action to reload.
Okay.
And can I actually, do I pick it up or would I have to
Yes.
take to pick it back up?
Picking it back up. Let's see. We're looking at the mounted.
Yeah.
It is a free action to pick up.
Okay. Where do we have access to these trait rules? I feel like I'm not seeing them.
If you guys have the core rulebook, it is page 119
It's in there. Okay.
is the effects and traits.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Is there anything? Is that about all of
Pick it
it?
up. Reload.
You've used a standard and 3 free actions so far.
I think I'll go ahead.
You should still have a move and, Jesus, 4 more free actions if you want to use them.
I don't know how much I need to do. I am gonna start moving a little, I think,
Okay.
which would be in this mode 30 feet. So yeah, I dash. I'm gonna, I guess, run up this way, and I'll even use a couple of free actions to get an additional 15 feet out of it.
Okay. Yep, yeah, because you can always
Um,
use your free actions to give yourself a little bit of extra movement speed.
And just kind of put himself as the first distraction, hoping that he doesn't get completely screwed for it. But, you know, we'll see what happens.
All right.
And I think that's it.
Well, that'll bring us to red tape.
Okay. I am not good at convincing people, so I'm not even going to try. I have a 0 in there. Alright, I'm going to start making my way towards all this shit so I can help out down there. So first, I go. That's 40. I think that's my speed. 45.
Okay.
So one more. Up. And because
With your
I
move action.
and also I have my little impromptu turret thing going on, so I should have my rifle already on me.
Oh, okay.
Like
so you
turret.
used impromptu turret. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that is essentially you look a little bit less like a regular Jeep and a little bit more maybe like a Humvee with a gun mounted on its back, which turns, taking aim at the Seekers. Now, let's keep in mind that you moved with this integrated weapon. So what happens when you move? Let me find the rules for this real quick. Should be right around here. Okay. You suffer 2 downshifts. Oh wait, here it is. You suffer 1 downshift on attacks with integrated hardpoint weapons if you moved up to your normal movement this turn. So as long as you did not move more than your movement, you'll have 1 downshift, but if you want to spend a free action to aim, you can just counter that downshift.
Okay. Yeah. So I will absolutely aim. And I need to... Yeah, we need to distract these guys, so let's piss off the leader there. What was it? A Thundercracker?
Thundercracker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get him all angry.
Okay.
Ugh.
So you have your
Special
so
weapon.
yep, there's no he's going to try to evade, and so for him that is going to be difficulty 21.
21. Oof. I think I will use what was it? An Energon? Is that what it's called?
An energon point under personal power.
So, yep, yeah,
Yeah.
Energon point to give yourself a shift up, an upshift.
Yep, just one upshift.
Okay.
So give myself an upshift. Difficulty 20,
21.
21.
It's really the D20 that dooms you guys. It feels like, at least. That's what I've noticed. Okay, your shot goes a little wide. Now, like a volley, you can reload as a free action, so I assume you're going to do just that. Unfortunately,
Yes.
that does bring us to Skywarp's turn.
And I'm gonna yell at Skyshock like, "You suck!"
You gonna yell that at Skywarp?
Ask, not a Thundercracker. That's
Thundercracker. Okay. All right.
just trying to antagonize this guy.
So suddenly, you see Skywarp blink out of existence.
Oh shit.
And she is going to. So you see her yell, explosives, scatter! And so she is gonna go. What's her range on her stuff? Oh, she's got good range on her stuff. Okay. So yeah, she suddenly blinks out of existence, reappearing over here. You see her sort of like hovering in midair, and she lifts these particle rifles on her limbs and directs them towards Light Swipe and Flit Switch. However, it was an action for her. It was a standard action for her to teleport over there. And so all she's going to do is she's going to lift in the air a little bit and take aim at you.
Ridiculous.
That brings us to Flit Switch.
Well, I think I will spend this turn hoisting myself to get ready for combat because I am a slow person. I don't think I plan on moving, but would I only still just get the one action to like pull out a weapon?
Do you have any integrated weapons?
Ooh, let me double check.
Because your
don't
integrated
believe I-
weapons, you can ready them as a free action.
Gotcha. No, I don't see anything on my sheet that says that they were integrated. I think I just literally gathered them.
I think drawing a weapon is a free action, though. Let me double check our actions here. Standard, free,
Let's see
aim, push
here.
yourself. Let's see. Yeah, I don't
blunt,
see
electric, and silent.
draw a
Yeah, ballistic and
weapon.
reload.
In our standard actions.
Hmm.
So I would assume, just like you can safely put away an item or weapon, you can draw a weapon or item as a free action.
Gotcha. Now, I don't have the speed with which via dexterity to have any free action, so I think it would still take an
Ooh.
action for me,
Yep.
yeah.
But you can choose to spend your move action if you would like to, rather than your standard action to do so.
Okay. Then I will use, my move action then to go ahead and, let's just draw out the gun first. And then I'm just gonna call out at Skywarp and be like, now, it's not gonna be cute if you try to shoot. So I suggest you put the gun down, or I will take you down. And that is like my turn, essentially. I don't plan on doing anything else.
Okay. You don't want to try maybe like convincing the panicking workers?
Ooh, actually, yeah, thank you. I think as I make that threat, I will look back down first at Ruby and then over at Ruth and be like, guys, I promise you, we got this. We got 2 heavy gunners. You see those little guys over there? And then between her and myself, we can handle anybody who gets too close. And I'll try and make a persuasion.
Okay. It is going to be the same. Let me double check. Should be the same as before.
Sure.
You should still have the benefit from having Ruby there with you.
Okay.
Yep, it is difficulty 11 persuasion skill test, or if your culture is better, like a lot better, you could attempt a difficulty 14 culture skill test to calm them down and direct them to the valves.
Oh, I wish. I will just have to stick with persuasion. They're the same D2, so I can't really risk one way or the other.
Okay.
And then submit. Oh, I'm terrible.
Rough rolls all around. Oh boy.
Well, that would be my action, so.
Okay. That is going to
That is everything for me.
Acid Storm. And Acid Storm also notices the shelling coming in. He is gonna. What does he want to do? He's got a lot of things he can do. He's got some neat abilities here. you know what? He's gonna say, you wanna be throwing explosives at people. He's going to return the favor. So, you see this sort of like crackling voice. Have a little bit of my home brew. And a rocket fires off from one of his wings, and he is going to shoot it. It is a 30-foot radius. Flit switch and light swipe. You guys are both going to be in the area. So I'm going to be attacking you. How would you guys like to defend?
Is there any shield? Like, I know I have shields. I know I have.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm using my toughness to brunt it out essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a DC 15 on my end.
DC 15.
Mine is 14.
You want to use toughness? You do, or you can try using something else like evasion.
It's the same on both, so I think adding both to toughness maybe. Seeing as I think I'm gonna be standing stills too.
Okay.
Until we get the engineers going. So
All right. This rocket fires off.
before you do it, now I do have the warrior sentinel role. I'm not clear on how to like activate it. It says you use one of your external hard points to defend yourself. I think I chose a shield, so I do have a shield on my bot.
Okay.
It says with the shield, I can gain +2 toughness, plus
On
2
your turn.
evasion on my turn.
You haven't had a
Gotcha.
turn, so you can't do that.
No, never will have a turn, probably. That's fine.
All right, so I'm just going to roll against difficulty 10 because we're just going to compare the number to your toughness. Oof, that's going to miss both of you, I would imagine. So
Heck
this
yeah.
rocket like hits maybe a little bit too low on the side here, and this like spray of acid shoots up, but it falls a little short of you. However, as the acid hits the road, both of you do realize that defending with toughness against an acid weapon, if it hits you, lets it deal an extra point of damage.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Okay.
And then he is going to fly himself. Let me just double check his speed here. Yep, 30-foot aerial in bot mode. Doot. So he can get. He's gonna put himself right there. That does bring us to light swipe.
Hell. All right. So, some thoughts here. One, I have to be vainglorious. This is a given. My question is, one, if I don't move, can I use the movement action as something else? Second question, can something be used as part of my persuasion work? Whether it is the energized, sassy speech of mine, can also have a persuasion component? Or,
Vainglorious.
yeah.
You must spend your standard action delivering your speech to your enemies or preening and chest thrusting. You know what?
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, you can do persuasion. You can roll with your embellishment specialization, and essentially be like you have no chance, and see if that is going to convince the workers.
Yes, that my courage can roll off of them.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
Actually,
Okay, so that's
their
first.
initiative. You know what? They'll act as soon as they're convinced to do so.
Sounds good. Before, and I will be doing that. Second piece. It is now my turn.
Yep.
And it sounds like I do want to do some shielding, but instead of toughness, it would need to be evasion.
Sure.
I think what's kind of tricky is I think it was saying something was saying no, that's
it
not
should be
that
your
one.
warrior sentinel.
Yeah. Okay. So I could still use my finesse Because I think there's another one. I think if I'm in alt mode, I can't use my finesse. And that's my best skill. And so just trying to make sure I'm not contradicting
you have
myself.
to be in robot mode.
Okay, so I am in robot mode right now because we're protecting. We protect.
Yep.
But we'll protect with some like dodgeball, like evasion. Okay, so is that a free action to activate my shield?
Yep, it looks like it.
Okay. All right, cool. Let's go. First, let me roll this persuasion here. It's gonna be fun. Yes. We still up shift 2. Or no? Is Ruby not a fan of me? Ruby's
Oh no,
only a
yep,
fan
you'll get it from Ruby. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And then it difficulty is 11 again for them.
Yep.
Okay. And then normal. What I do?
You got a critical success.
Oh, finally!
Holy shit.
I did something right.
If you look at her rolls, she maxed out every single die that she rolled.
Yeah.
That's
Do I
awesome.
get a treat?
Those, I mean, I'll give them them an upshift on all their like first skill tests because they are
Yay.
super enthused by your speech. Like, yeah.
I was like, we will prevail. We are strong. We are tough. We are on the right side of Hoover Dam history here. We will prevail. Vainglorious.
Okay. All right. You managed to motivate them. Now that was your standard
Yeah.
action.
Yes,
Is
so
there
free
anything you want to do for your movement or free actions?
So instead of movement, because I want to stay close to the people,
Mhm.
unless they're gonna need to hop in my car, or
Well, so it
I
depends
carry them in
how
my back.
how you want them to do it because like I
Mhm.
said, there's 3 terminals they have to get to up here, and there's 3 of them,
Yeah.
so they could all make a run for that. Or if you want
Mhm.
to take some over to the other side, they could do that.
I think the first side makes sense. I didn't know if I needed to be driven to it or they're gonna run.
Well,
With
so
their
yeah,
legs.
right inside here, these B buildings, the B
Mhm.
areas, those are inside the building.
Gotcha. Awesome. So that's good to know too. All right. So free actions here. Definitely shield.
Okay.
So that I could use evasion to protect them.
So giving yourself a +2 to evasion. All right.
Do I wonder then if I still need to move even a little bit to like maybe protect them as they run to the B area, like be closer to the B area and red tape here.
Maybe that is up to you.
Okay.
Do we want to
'Cause I
try
don't
and get one of them like to the other side?
maybe as well.
Would they be? So they're currently inspired. Let's say at the moment, right? If that doesn't
Yep.
change,
Right, that makes sense.
does that mean they're willing to hop in a vehicle if provided the opportunity, or no?
Yeah.
Well then I think
Vol will
Let's do
call
it.
out. He knows he's fast and can get one all the way over there if we need. He's
I
willing to
also
offer as
have
well.
3 more I have my whole movement action and 3 pushes I can
Yes,
do to
but
move
you-
people,
But you cannot transform
but I can't transform.
because it's a standard action
Can I-
to transform.
Got you. It sure is. What should I do, guys? If I can't move them yet?
I think
I could.
should maybe just cover them for right now while they
Yes.
try to move. Cause
Yes.
like until somebody is able to like get to them as a vehicle, they're not gonna be able to get very far.
Got you. Yep, that's fair. So then I'm thinking my movement will be that's not how I move here. I'm thinking my movement will be a couple like here. Is that
I don't see where
that's
here
less
is.
than here?
Yep, you can move there.
Yeah, I'll move there. I'll have my shield up, which I'll add 2 to evasion since we learned about acid today. And we're gonna call that my turn. Oh,
Okay.
do I have the opportunity to aim in for protection then, since I can't?
No, because
Okay.
aiming is for a weapon.
Yes, I still have 2 free actions. Can I? Oh,
You-
if I have a shield, I can't have a weapon.
Well, no, you
Is that what's
can,
going
but
on?
like aiming is like for a round. You are making an
Yes.
attack this round, so you can't aim.
Oh, got it. I was reading aim under free actions, and I thought because I had 2 more left. But got you.
Okay, it is their turn. Ruth is like, "You heard the bot. Come on, guys!" And they are going to start moving. And they have a movement
If
speed
at
of
least
30 feet. So first action
if
gets
one of them
there.
wants to stay near the entrance of building B, Volley's ready to try and grab one. And
Okay. Ruth will do that.
all right,
This guy gets all
yeah,
the way
he's
in there.
probably like waving a hand, signaling over.
Ruth is like, "Kiddo, you got to get to safety," and she's going to go there. And Ruby is also going to move. She's going to take her aunt's suggestion. She's going to run in here. She is probably not going to be as useful as getting stuff started, but she's going to try to take some cover. All right, it is the Seeker's rookie, and he is going to transform as a standard action for the glory of Starscream. And he's going to move forward, and he has some boosting he can do, so his standard movement will get him there. And then I'm checking. Interesting, okay. So he can boost up to 30 feet. So he's going to get himself right there. Alright, that brings us back around to Thundercracker. And he saw you sniping at him, Red Tape. Fine, if you want to have it your way. Fine, if you want to have it your way. He's gonna take aim at you. But you do notice, like, as he's like sort of drawing up his particle rifle on you, you know, his gaze is partially on the dam. He seems almost a little distracted by it.
Okay.
So he's going to just double checking stuff. Oh, interesting. Okay. So particle
You
rifle.
wouldn't happen to have exactly a range of 100, right?
He's got a little bit more than that.
Dang it!
So, no specialization. He is going to take an upshift here. He's going to, you know, take the chance to aim. What are you going to try to defend with?
I believe I have. Yeah, gain a +2 bonus to evasion.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah, use evade.
Ooh, what's that from?
My origin perks. Look out.
Nice.
Very cool. Okay, so what is the total?
My evasion is 16, 17, 18.
18. Submit. And is a little distracted here, so he's gonna... Ooh! A narrow miss! That comes
Woohoo!
closer to you than you would like. The ground in front of you erupts as the particle rifle blasts it into bits. You know you're gonna have to swerve around that pothole. In an impressive display of Cybertronian physiology, you hear him click his tongue. But that is his turn. He seems to be holding his ground there.
Hmm.
Volley, that brings us back around to you.
All right, he just quickly calls out, "All right, hop on!" As
Okay.
would they be able to hop on upon me getting over there?
Are you going to be in vehicle mode?
I am transforming as I get over there. Yeah.
Okay. Then yes, because she only used one action to get here, she can use her other action to board.
Alright.
And then if you want to use whatever movement you have left over, I will just move her after you.
Now I use 25 feet in bot mode. Well, I guess I could transform before moving, actually, so never mind. I guess I transform then move, which would be 25 feet. I said just now.
Yep. Yeah. So you. So this
So I can
this
do
little
another
bot
20.
transforms into this motorcycle, goes down the road,
And then I have
flips around.
9. No, I have 7 free actions. 5 feet per. That's 35. I can get another 35, so I can go 55 feet this way.
Okay. It's like I've never been on a motorcycle before as you go flying off.
And that's everything. That's
You
every
see-
single action already.
Skywarp, Scowl, and he looks to, you see Thundercracker Scowl and looks to Skywarp, he's like, stop them! Red Tape, it is your turn.
Oh, telling Skywarp to stop him? Okay,
Good.
well. I'm going to aim and shoot at Skywarp.
Okay.
Cause, nah, man. Ain't stopping shit.
Okay, if you're taking aim at Skywarp, she is going to try to evade. She is going to use difficulty 19.
Stop all these big numbers. Woo!
Ooh, that is still a hit. So, Thundercracker gives this demand before Skywarp can even respond. You fire off a quick shot, and you're still like in your little Jeep mode, just this gun mounted on top. Dings off of like her wing or something, and she sort of scowls at you, but her golden eyes focus on the fleeing figure. That was a standard action and a free action to aim. Is there anything else you want to do with your movement and remaining free actions?
I'm going to use a free action to reload, and I'm going to move up here, and that's it.
Okay. Alright, that does bring us to Skywarp's turn. Let's see. Yeah, I think she is going to transform. So you see her hovering in midair. Suddenly, she transforms. And actually, I picked out alt modes for all of these guys. If any of you are curious,
Nice. Oh,
I found a
sure.
nice little the FC31 Gear Falcon for Skywarp.
Good.
Did that show to you guys?
I'm not seeing it.
Let me try that again.
Nothing.
There we go. Maybe.
There it is. That's
Ooh,
cool. Holy
She's
shit.
nice.
Yep. And so she morphs into that as a standard action. That leaves her with a movement action and 9, what do you call them? 9,
Free action?
yeah.
That's a lot of actions.
She is a jet. But let's see, that is going to... Okay, she doesn't have... Okay, so I think she can get to about here. So this jet comes swooping by you, right up to you, Volley. Going somewhere?
Not somewhere you're keeping up with.
And that is all of her actions, bringing us back around to Flit Switch.
Flit Switch will just be like, oh, I lost my target. So, you see, I think for the sake of mobility, while it's a slow roll, if you will. Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 60 is not bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and also transform this turn. Let me double check, because that would be an action to do so.
It's a standard action. Yep.
Yeah, I've got the actions pulled up. I'm like reading them as we're going. Like, all right, hold on. Let me remember how to do things. So yes, I am going to convert. I am going to switch into my Range Rover form, and then we are going to move my 60-foot drive speed as I go. God dang it, come back. And then we'll get to. I think I can get to right here.
Perfect.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Well, that's going to bring us to Acid Storm. Ooh, what does he want to do? What's he want to do? He's got some options. But I think what he's most worried about is is letting you guys tilt the fight in your favor. He can't let you all just close in on Skywarp like that, no matter how many times she's pushed him down the stairs. It's the puckish individual that she classically is. So, he's going to move over here. As he does so, particle rifles come up. He is going to aim at Flitz Switch. And he's going to fire a shot.
Toughness 15.
Okay, sticking with the toughness.
Yep.
Let's bring up. Now, I will
This is
note, he similarly seems distracted by the dam and everything. He's also feeling pretty confident, so while he is aiming, he's also going to use an alternate effect for the particle rifle and try to deal a little bit more damage to you, because he noticed you're kind of a burly individual. So he's got a downshift. So he's going to roll this without any actual, so that'll balance out with his upshift. So no specialization on this, no actual skill shift applied. Difficulty 15, you say?
Is correct.
Okay, and boom. Here we go. Oh boy. Nope.
A fumble?
Wow, what
Well,
is
you
that?
know what? I do have story points of my own. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
now, hold on.
I'm gonna spend my story point, and that'll let me reroll the d20. So at least it's not a fumble.
Flip Switch rolls down the windows on the Range Rover, or the hood is off, I think, actually, completely. And you just hear the speakers blast up, "I'm too sexy for your shot."
That's pretty good. I like that. Give yourself an energon point. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to rule stuff like that, but
It's beautiful, I agree.
light swipe.
Hello. All right. Options here. Wanting
can
to
get-
attack.
In range of this guy, he's
Yeah,
in melee.
some people are
Oh,
finally in punching range.
I could swing my sword because I
could.
was it was either that or my rifle.
Can you move 20 feet?
in alt mode? I believe I can.
Ooh, I thought you were in robot mode.
Sorry, I am in robot mode, and that's what I was thinking in my brain and said alt mode out loud.
Okay.
That was bad. I'm in robot mode, and my movement is 40 feet.
Wow.
So yeah, I can move there. Well, so I'll do that.
Okay.
And
So for your move
I have my-
action, you move into position against the Seeker rookie that is
yes.
closing
I
in
feel-
on your allies.
I feel bad hitting a newbie because I'm a senator, but you know, sometimes things need to get done.
Okay, so move
So-
action. Now, do you want to
Yeah,
spend any
what-
free actions to aim or anything?
Oh yes, I can aim a sword, or is it?
I believe
Aim
you
with a-
can use the aim action. I'm not sure the aim action is limited to ranged weapons.
It's ranged.
It
It
is
says
ranged.
one
Okay,
up to
I was wrong.
Ranged.
I was wrong.
Oh, about
Um,
to start putting ACOGs on swords, man.
But I think I have this component where I could add energon to a weapon. Is that
You have an ability that lets you make a weapon out of energon. You're thinking of the manifest
Ooh.
melee weapon, but you already
Gotcha,
have
and
like
I-
your sword and stuff in hand. Your
so?
medium
Never
blade.
mind. Yes. Okay. And it's not like fighters in like 5e where I get to hit like 3 times as an action. Correct.
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh. Okay. Well, one can dream. All right. Swinging the sword. Now. Is that my specialty because of the finesse, or is
I don't believe you have a specialty. Nope, it
In
uses finesse, but
weapon?
it's yeah.
this okay?
No specialty.
All right.
He's
Alright.
going to defend with evasion, difficulty
Mhm.
16 to hit him.
Okay. Sorry, kid. I don't know if that. What we get?
Ooh, not good enough.
Almost.
Almost maxed out the die, but
Yeah, like on the skill.
What's
on the skill
okay.
die.
It's my D20. Well,
all right. It's always
do
a
I get-
D20.
Can I like aim at? Sorry, this is where my brain is at. I have 3 free actions. Am I able to put sword away, take rifle out, and aim at acid storm?
Yeah, you can do that. Now I think aim only lasts until like the end of your turn.
Got it.
Uh,
It's not. I don't prepare it for the next turn. It's not like prepared for like a reaction.
I'll double check on that and I'll let you know.
Okay.
But yeah,
If not, then I'll keep.
we can say you do that for now, and
Okay.
we'll have the
We'll find out.
Dam Workers Act. These guys are still running for. God, why did we make it so far away? Like, you gotta take the corners tighter, man. And then the other one is riding Volley, so she is obviously not going to be acting yet. Alright, that is going to bring us to the Seeker Rookie. And you suddenly, like, popped up in front of him. He is in bot mode. Yeah, I think he is just going to take a swing at you with his fist.
Which is valid. Can I ask one more question before he punches me?
Yes.
With valor, mind you. This is where I also got confused. I have both armor, force field, and shield. I noticed I did not put up my shield. But force field, is that
The shield
I
is the
should've-
effect that you've the free action thing that we talked about, the bonus to evasion,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
to toughness, or to both.
Yeah.
The force field is likely some support equipment that you have, or an
Uh-huh.
armor. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. Looking it up. You
Yeah,
could also look
it
it up
says-
in the core rulebook if you have it as well.
I have it here in description. Spend a free action as a free action once per scene. Increase your toughness and evasion by 2 until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay,
Upgrade
yeah. So
taken multiple times.
that is
And
up
so that
to-
was why.
That is once per scene, so that's once per this entire encounter. You can
Mhm.
choose when you want to use that.
Got you. Okay.
Did you want to use it this
Sounds-
past turn?
I think so, simply because the rookie's right in front of me. I'm so
Okay.
close to people.
All right, so you
let's
have
go
what, a
ahead and use
total?
them.
So were you also using your shield to bolster your evasion?
Yeah, that was what I was using before, but because so that was why it would have helped to know how I was using my 3 free actions, so I can appropriately declare what I can achieve.
Okay, so what did you
But-
actually use your
yeah.
3 free actions on?
I thought it was to aim to put sword away and take out rifle,
Okay.
but if I can't do those things, then I would rather than turn on
I
my
mean, you
shield.
could swap the sword for the rifle. Yes.
Yes. Okay, and then shoot.
No, you absolutely could not shoot. The
Or-
shooting is still a standard action.
No, not shoot. I said shield.
You want to do...
Or
Okay, so swap weapons and shield.
yes. So then
Okay.
I don't need to do force field yet.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so he is going to swing at you. He's going to try to punch you. How would you like to
Yeah.
defend? It looks like he's just going for a stunning blow against you.
Well, I could do evasion still to keep.
You were sticking with
consistent.
evasion?
Uh,
Okay,
Yeah.
so what is
So it'll
your
be
total?
16.
16.
It'll be. Mm-hmm.
No skill
Thank you
shift
for your
because he can't aim. Let's see if he can hit. This is going to be normal. Nope. Has anybody rolled above a 10 on their d20?
And only
a
in my
couple
persuasion
times.
roll.
Me in my last shot.
Oh no, even my persuasion. I only
Heck,
rolled
you didn't
10.
even roll above a 10 on your. So yeah, you got a 10 on the dot. Thundercracker had a 17 in initiative. I had a
That's
16 on the
true.
initiative.
Yeah. All right. He's then going to move here, and he's just going to try to like block the road.
And it's definitely Stephanie from Full, or what was it? Michelle from Full House, the little one that would be like, "How rude!" Like that's how I feel right now.
I do not know that. All right,
Wow.
Thundercracker.
Really?
I don't think I ever watched Full House. Let's see. Skywarp's kind of getting in the way of his shot on you. But he does have a clear shot on Flit Switch, kind of shooting between the goalposts here. So, in position there, he is going to... He does actually have to reload the particle rifles. I actually missed that. I don't think I've had anybody attack twice with the particle rifles yet. So he's going to spend his move action to reload. He's going to spend his free action to take aim at Flit Switch. And then he's going to try to shoot you. What would you like to defend with?
Oh, toughness.
Okay. And this is
15
just
again.
this is just energy damage coming in.
Oh God.
He's got a +1 on the skill shift here. Difficulty 15. But he's still distracted. He's got that tumbling wall just overhead. I will spend my second of 4 story points. Now, actually, this could be really dangerous. Because if I succeed, I will get a critical hit. Because I rolled a 10 on the skill die.
I mean, I say go for it. I don't think I'm gonna contribute overly much other than I have a health point pool.
Alright, that is an 18 total. Which means
that succeeds.
that is a critical hit, so you are going to take 2 energy damage. And that is all of his actions, bringing us back around to Volley.
Alrighty. Well, questions.
Yeah.
So, sure, Volley, calls out, "Know where you're gonna keep up," but like, he's gonna be honest with him. It's a jet. Like, so I have 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
Question 1.
Yeah.
The water that's going across the road up here.
Mhm.
What's that going to do to me as I try to drive past it and through it and whatnot?
I would say a driving check to maintain control.
Okay. Noted. Second question.
Mhm.
So, as a common size bot, I can go in here. What does
Correct.
it take for me to go in there?
Well, there's a door right here.
Is that the only door?
It's the only one I see on the map.
I'm glad you see one because I don't even see it, but cool.
There's like a little indent here. Like a little shadow.
Oh, I just figured that was because of shadows. Okay. then going inside the building, while that would be delightful in its own hysterical way, is probably not my best bet. Okay. Then yeah, I'm just gonna do exactly what I mentioned I'm gonna do, and hope it's enough.
Okay.
Volley is gonna spend basically every single action on driving.
All right.
So just quickly calls up to Ruth and goes, "Hang on," and he's gonna go 135 feet
Ooh. Okay.
directly into the water.
Directly into the
Would
water.
you, ahead of time question,
Yep.
would you count this as, hold on, it's in here somewhere. Here it is. As rough terrain.
You're a hover bike.
Ooh.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I would probably say rough terrain.
Beautiful.
It's Back to the Future rules with the hovering.
How do I, is there a way I can like go a thing? I guess
Throw
not.
something in chat.
Um,
I'm not certain.
I don't see it, but okay. Then I'll make my driving check.
Okay.
But I will also mention
Yeah.
that I do have something called Take Point from my Outrider origin, because I have an Outrider vehicle.
Ooh.
I never suffer the negative effects of rough terrain, and on any turn in which I would end my move in rough terrain, I am considered to be in cover until the beginning of my next turn.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So you sort of like do a break and like the water flies up around you, almost like covering. Well, like you said, covering you. It's more like concealment in this case, but. Awesome. Go ahead and give me a difficulty 10 driving check.
All right. I am using a specialization. I do have a land specialization.
Oh yeah.
No skill shifts.
Also gives edge on rolls. It says.
Uh-huh. This is
From
because...
your racer.
Yep. You said difficulty 10?
Yep.
And edge. Well, hey, it's a critical success.
It is a critical
Technically.
success. Yep. So you coast through this water,
Like it's
sending
nothing.
up this spray. You can hear Ruth shrieking on your back. But that is going to bring us around to Red Tape's turn.
Well, I see there is a jet in front of me that
Yep,
is
so-
in jet mode.
This is a robot. This is a jet. What would you like to do?
Well, if I recall correctly, I get enough upshift for long
You
vehicles,
do.
which is Skywarp right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take aim at Skywarp,
Okay.
and then I'm going to shoot Skywarp.
So give yourself 2 upshifts.
And I'm gonna use my other Energon point for that to get 3 upshifts.
Ooh,
That one
okay.
hit.
All right. Let's see what you got.
At +3. Bloop. Difficulty of what? 19? What? is it?
Skywarp is 19. Correct.
Bonk.
Ooh. Okay, not a critical, but definitely a hit. You deal another point of sharp damage to her. She gives a sort of grunt in annoyance. That was a standard action and a free action. What else would you like to do?
Free action to reload.
Mhm.
Ruby's still there. I think I have.
Oh, she would have moved in deeper. She can't do much
Oh.
in there, but
Okay. Let's see. So use my move action and get over here. And yeah, that's it.
okay. It is Skywarp's turn. Let's see, she's used this once already. Nope, she's got to save it.
Chase me.
Does she have the speed? Because, yeah, she has a slight advantage where she doesn't have to follow the road. because she's flying. Ooh, she can barely get to you. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. She is going to use a flyby attack. However, before she does so, she's going to use a free action to activate her Flux Pods, which will add some damage to her attack if she can land it.
All right, now what does the cover that I create provide me?
That is an excellent question. And I can tell you what it does as I read this. Cover imposes a -2 downshift 2 on ranged attacks against a creature taking cover. So unfortunately, it has no effect on this melee attack that she is making.
He's doing a flyby melee?
Yep.
What the?
Yeah, you see her wings sort of dip down. And actually, she is
That is gutsy.
she's got an ability called Earlier is Better Than Later. While in alt mode, free actions used for additional movement add 10 feet to movement instead of 5. Additionally, exchanging free actions for additional movement is not limited. So yeah, she's gonna come.
Screw her.
She is fast. But she's going to make a driving skill test against whatever you would like to defend with. She is trying to deal damage.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll do evasion, so I'll DC 19, I guess.
Ooh, that's gonna be a rough one for her. And you can tell, like, she almost seems cautious about flying this near to, like, this crumbling dam.
Gee, I wonder why.
But she manages to get it exactly, and with a
I
natural
swear you
6,
do this to me every freaking
the
time.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding. It's so upsetting.
That is going to be 3 points of energy damage.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Screw you too. 1.
That is all of her actions. Flit switch.
Okay.
This Seeker rookie. How in
problem?
the way is he?
If you want to get around him, I think it's gonna be like a rough terrain.
You know what? I'll just call his attention to me. For get out of the way. I would love to chase down my allies, but I think I might be better hanging back. I will go ahead and just convert for my action,
Okay.
and then I will utilize my move to try and pull out my hammer, and then just call at the Seeker Rookie to be like, honey, I'm gonna need you to move.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right. That brings us to Acid Storm. And you know what? I think Acid Storm.
Mhm.
He's got 2 enemies right there. He is going to. Excuse me, I had to cough there. He's going to transform himself to standard action, and he is going to come up here. Light Swipe, it is your turn.
Yes. Now, if a person moves, am I still aimed, or is my aim disengaged?
You're still aimed.
Okay. Well, then my first action is to fire.
Let me double check. I think it's weird that aim would last between turns.
Yeah, please.
I meant to look it up, but I have like 4 characters to run. So
You have 4 characters to run. It's a lot of characters.
How How dare you not be just a multitasking genius?
Okay.
Come on.
So aiming aiming granted on a single range attack test as long as you don't use an action between aiming and attacking. Aiming is restricted to 3 upshifts per turn, each upshift using a separate free action, if available.
Genius.
I mean,
Yeah,
you aren't
that's what I
using
was
any
thinking.
actions in between aiming and
No.
attacking, because aiming was your last action used on your last turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. I think you have it.
Okay. So I'm shooting. I think I had called rifle. Yes.
Yep.
Yep. I'm shooting this rifle. Just making sure. Let me get out of edit mode because I was trying to read details here.
You were aiming
let's
at
hit rifle.
Skywarp.
Oh, I thought I was aiming at.
Oh, at Acid Storm, weren't you? Was it Acid
Yeah.
Storm or Skywarp? Okay.
it
Well,
was
he's certainly,
Acid Storm because
he's
I
certainly in range.
I knew he was gonna be a problem. You see.
Yep.
Because senators know, you know. Um, let's see, no specialization. So I get to skill shift up 1.
Okay.
Is that how this fits? Oh gosh, so my options are it would have been a fumble or an auto fail. What is this?
What?
It says +1 fumble, +2 auto fail, +3 0, +4. Is it because I have no skills at rifle?
Oh yeah, you have absolutely nothing in targeting.
Okay.
Ah.
So, well, does this mean I automatically fumble even though I shoot the person? So this is pointless?
Well, no, it should. If you have an upshift, it should be It should be treated as a D2.
Got it. Okay. Let me try this again because other things were popping up and this was confusing.
So just put it
Okay.
as just set it as a D2.
Yep, will do. Submit. D2. Submit. Difficulty is 87,000. What?
Difficulty for Acid Storm is 19.
Yep. Well, I tried, guys.
And you succeeded.
All we need.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh wait, hold this up. Why'd you rolled a
Yeah.
D8 for your skill die?
And how did I do that? All I did was select D2. So I'm very confused.
Yeah, so
I
the
could
4 on the
I
skill
could try
die
to
would have been impossible.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
It even says
I
skill
literally-
targeting. I don't know.
I literally selected the D2 option on the drop down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine. We can just say that you missed because you would not have
Yeah.
had.
I missed.
Okay,
That's fine. I missed.
their turn. Seriously, these things are so far away.
Wait. Okay. Do I have any free actions because of this?
Yeah, you have your free action, your move action.
Okay. Move action.
You
I
want
will
to swap back
free-
to something you can actually use?
Yes, I will swap back to a sword. I will put up my shield. And I guess can I move to the other side of Flit Switch to support and flanking, or is the building in the way
You
for
can
me
move
to
around there,
move?
but this is all this like area around him is going to be rough terrain.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So just to support Flit Switch, I was gonna move here. Just to be like closer. Is that appropriate?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Then that's my turn. Thank you.
Yep, and I moved the people. They're still not to the consoles yet. It is the rookie's turn. Let's see here. I think he's going to go for another punch on Light Swipe. So he strikes out, reduced to just these sort of barbaric tactics. No skill shift. What would you like to defend with? for light swipe?
It will. Who's attacking? Seeker
rookie.
Rookie. Still evasion, please.
Okay. And what is that total?
16.
16, okay. Nope. He fumbles. And you know what? I'm just going to have him stick with that fumble, and he is going to fall prone. And as he does, he's... No! Lord Starscream, I have failed you!
That's amazing.
Ah! I'm such a klutz. Right, Thundercracker. Red Tape, I think he's going to take aim at you here. We'll just reload, take aim with the particle rifle, and take a shot. What would you like to do to evade?
Yeah. Just dodge. Like.
Okay, you want to stick with your evasion?
Yep, just keep evading because I get a +2 for that.
Okay, you get a
Best
+2.
stats so far.
Let me actually double check. Oh, hey, Shy. I just realized
What?
something. What did I roll? Go ahead and give yourself 1 hit point back. Or actually, no. Give yourself all those hit points back.
What?
Because I was a long attacker targeting a common-sized foe. Which means I would have had
And thus a
one
downshift, and you would not have been able to. Yes!
Yep.
Oh,
Awesome.
However, Thundercracker is a large attacker targeting a common enemy. He does not suffer a downshift, and instead has an upshift from his aiming.
Boo.
And sorry, I got a little bit distracted. Remind me again what your evasion is.
18.
Ooh, pretty good. Here we go.
Yes.
I'm gonna spend my 3rd story point
My
to
goodness,
re-roll
BB.
his fumble. Okay.
what?
So
Oh my! What is going on over there?
It's still a fail, but it isn't a fumble. I'm not embarrassing Thundercracker. Volley, it is your turn.
My aura's invincible.
Okay, well, I was originally planning on gonna ask for a story point, but now I think I'm just gonna try and hold out and just tell Ruth to continue hanging on.
Okay.
Yeet.
Okay, can you give me another driving check?
Absolutely. Fantabulous-absolutely.
How far is that?
135 feet.
Wow, doesn't look that long. Okay,
Let's
you're
go.
good. Yeah.
Another critical success.
Nice.
Hey, at least I'm good at my driving. That's what I'm supposed to be.
Mhm.
Perfect. All right, that brings us to Red Tape.
All right. I'm going to take aim and pop another shot off at Skywarp.
Okay. She's going to continue to use her evasion. Might actually have a little trick she can use here this time.
No tricks. No. Alright, let's see. And 19 still?
Yep.
Fuck.
All right, that unfortunately is a miss. Move action left over. Anything you want to do with it?
Move up a bit. I can still keep covering these guys just in case.
Okay. It is
That's it.
Skywarp's turn. She is going to... So let's see, you have cover, which I said is 2 downshifts. I think
ranged, yep.
I think she's going to take aim, and she's going to try to hit you with the particle rifles. that she's equipped with.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use evasion.
Using evasion.
It's a DC 19.
DC 19. Yeah, she's got a little bit of... Alright, no specialization. Skill shift is ultimately -1. 19. And she's got this going on. Pew! Nope. Failure. Alright, that is her standard action and a free action. But she can very easily keep pace with you with her remaining actions and even get out a little bit ahead of you. Flit switch, you're up.
Time to take some action. We're gonna just mosey on in and take a crack shot with my hammer at the Seeker rookie.
Okay.
Just, get off my friend.
With him being prone, you get some benefits.
Ooh.
Nice.
Melee attacks have edge when targeting prone enemies.
Okay.
So make sure you factor that in. You'll get to roll twice and keep the better result.
Gotcha. All right. Sounds good. What is the difficulty I'm aiming for?
He's still trying to roll out of the way there. You know, his wings are kind of hampering that a little bit, but he's still using evasion. Still going to be a 16.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay. Where is this? We get an edge. Oh no.
Wait, it didn't even.
No.
I don't even see numbers
is
on
What's
it.
the
that?
number?
I'm so confused. This character sheet is crap.
Yeah,
I
here, let me-
agree. I feel like we just
so-
need to start rolling normal
Yeah,
dice
do me
from
a
here
favor.
on.
Just roll 2d20s,
Uh-huh.
and then roll whatever your skill die would be for this.
Sure. First roll, second
Ooh.
roll,
And then
and
roll your
then
skill die.
D8 for tech.
Okay, that is
So
absolutely a hit.
24.
Yep.
Beautiful.
So you're going for 1 stun damage on him.
Yes.
All right. Stun characters cannot take move actions.
Stay down.
Yep, he is just sort of. He's trying to get up, and you just come down this big old mace that's just wham right in the head. And you see him struggling to move. Unfortunately, there are other agents in play. Forget the failure. Acid Storm is going to act, and he is going to use his eponymous ability, Acid Rain. This adds 1 damage of his flyby attack for the duration of the turn, and changes its damage type to acid damage. And with that, he is going to try, let's see, I think he's going to come at Light Swipe, who attacked him. So he's going to do a flyby on you.
16 evasion.
You're using the 16 evasion, okay. It's probably a good choice here. It looks like he's using acid again. $16.
Yep.
Oof, even with it, oh man, hey, good thing he's got this penalty though. Because he actually,
Yep.
he rolled a 20 on his other die. Alright, so you are going to take 2 points of acid damage. As he flies over you, there's just this rain of acid, and it pits your armor, eating away at you.
Does my arm fall off?
No, it's not that serious.
Okay. Let me fix that. Wrong one.
Just 2
Here we go.
damage.
2. Yep, it's not opening my character.
You should also be able to just change the green number above your character if you click on.
It wasn't showing the green number. That's what was annoying.
Well, I did it for you then.
Oh.
Okay, it is Light Swipe's turn.
All right. For action. Ooh, what do I want to do? What do Here's where my brain is going. I really would like to move. I'm annoyed, like the diva that Light Swipe is. I'm
Okay.
annoyed that I'm still stuck here because of the rookie. I would like the rookie to move out the way
Well,
so
if
that I
he's
can try.
prone and stunned, you could take a swipe at him. You'd have an edge on
Yeah.
the roll.
Like, yes, and I still, I think, have sword in hand now.
Yep.
Because we learned rifle was no bueno. Even though why they standard issue it if I can't use?
Because they figured you can. They weren't expecting you not to be able to.
Yep. I'll show what happened on my. I have a screenshot. So, all right. Anyways, no specialization. I get two. Wait, what is going on? That's not it. Cancel. Here, blade. Medium blade. All right. Submit.
You do have edge.
Yes, I have edge. Skill
Let's see
shift.
if it works for you. Shouldn't be any skill shifts.
Got you. That's what I wanted to. Thank you.
And he's going to be difficulty 16.
16. Mm-hmm.
Or actually, you
And
know
then
what? If
edge.
he can't move, I'm going to say he's defending with toughness now, which is only difficulty 13.
Okay, so gotta go back.
Sorry.
It doesn't let me go back. Okay, so we gotta try one more time. All right, blade. Minimize. No specialization. No skill shift. Difficulty 13. Edge.
Yep, let's see if it works for you.
Mhm.
Like it didn't work. It worked for you.
Hey.
Okay.
Alright, so you deal 2 sharp damage to him while he's down on the ground there.
I'm so sorry.
I'll just jump in this kid.
He is...
Can I walk over him now?
Yeah, I'd say you can move past him.
Okay. So, still difficult terrain is like my 40 cut to 20.
Each square costs 10 feet to move into instead of 5 feet.
Okay. So four. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just got to get like up here. Was
Yep.
that 40?
You're out of his
Okay.
reach then.
Okay, cool. So I'm here. Bonus action. I don't think force fields work with acid. I'm assuming Energon and
They would.
acid seem to not. It would.
Your force field would
Okay.
protect. There's nothing it says it doesn't.
Okay, so then this is the round I'm using force field.
Okay.
And then lastly I get 2 more. Nice. I get 2 pushes. Can I do the 2 pushes?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. So that is what? 1.
It's 5 extra feet per
'Cause I'm a-
push.
Okay. Is that just one big square for me like this, or do I get one
Yep.
more?
Nope, that'd be it.
Okay. I'm pausing. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
It is workers. This guy finally makes it to a terminal. Actually, you know what? He sees his buddy behind him. He is going to go to the second terminal, which is a little bit further away. His buddy may not be able to reach there. And he's going to use his standard action to hit the release valve. Then, his companion is going to move up here, hit the other release valve, which means we are now 2 down, 4 to go. The Seeker rookie is stuck on the ground. He cannot move, so he cannot stand. He is just going to try to use an unarmed strike against Flit Switch. He's probably going to miss because this is made at 1 downshift.
Continuing with toughness at a 15.
15, okay. Nope, he misses. That's his turn. Thundercracker. Alright. Red Tape's been chasing Skywarp. I think Thundercracker is going to keep on Redshift because the others seem at least a little bit engaged in combat. So, move action, reload, free action, take aim, standard action, fire the particle rifle. I assume you're sticking with evasion to dodge?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to be an 18 difficulty, but he's still distracted. He's got this dam he's worrying about. Nevertheless, he manages to land. Oh, wait, no. Because he's got the downshift. I shouldn't have applied the upshift.
Oh, nice.
It would still be a D8, so there's a chance that he could get you. I'm going to roll the D8. Nope, that is a miss.
Sweet. Still haven't been touched somehow.
Oh, no, wait. You know what? I keep getting my stuff mixed up. He is not transformed, which means he does not take the downshift.
Oh, okay. Well, finally got it.
Alright, 1 point of energy damage to you.
Womp womp.
And then it's going to be Volley's turn. So Volley,
Alrighty.
we'll say there's a door right here.
Oh, even better. If it's right there, then who needs Skywarp? I can get to here. You can't see that.
I could see that.
Oh, you could? I thought
Yep.
that wasn't broadcasting. I can get to here with just a move action.
Okay.
And I feel like because the door has to be opened.
It can be opened as a free action.
Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of hard to do that when I'm not in alt mode or
True,
in,
you
in bot
cannot
mode.
do that.
So
In alt mode.
I'm gonna set Ruth down basically next to the door as well and guide them in as I use one of my free actions to open the door.
Okay. Are you transforming then?
Yes, standard. Sorry, I forgot. Standard action to transform.
Okay. You then have some free actions. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yep. I'm gonna use one free action, I guess, to start pushing myself.
Okay.
Open the door with
There
my
you
second
go.
one, third, and fourth to get into here. We'll even say fifth to close the door behind me after Ruth comes in.
Okay. Yeah, then she'll follow. Awesome.
And then fifth, sixth, and seventh. Well,
Okay. Let's see, I had
no, I'll
her
say by
here.
the door.
I'm gonna have her... I'll have her use the 30 feet that she was sort of holding on to, readying, you know?
Nice. And yeah, I'll actually stay by the door with the door just closed.
Okay. That brings us around to Red Tape. Red Tape, she is all the way across the area here. Can you get a shot on her? Or are you going to have to change targets?
Oh, yeah, I don't get snags for long range, man.
Yep, because you are a sharpshooter.
Yep. I think what is it?
Like 500 feet or something?
600 feet.
Jesus. Okay.
So aim and shoot.
Yep, she's still in jet mode, so you will get the upshift. So you'll have +2 on your upshifts. And she's going to stick with evasion to dodge.
Alright, so 19 still. Alright. And bing, bing, bing. Bye.
That unfortunately
Man,
will be a miss.
I really need 3 upshifts, huh?
No, you just need your
Oh,
your
the
D20
D20.
to be better.
What is with the D20s in this?
Alright, anything else you want to get up to?
That's all.
You're going to hold your ground there?
Yep.
Okay. Skywarp's turn. She is going to fly a little bit. Those of you outside can see this big plane, or this dark jet fly and sort of turn, angling itself. Oh wait, actually, I think she has to move back a bit. Okay, yeah, so she's actually going to swoop back out over the dam. Let me make sure. That should be far enough away. Yep, perfect. And she is going to fire. You see a missile drop from one of her wings and zoom towards the building right here. And, I mean, it's a building. Let's see, this has the wrecker trait. Yep. Okay. There's a... as the wall explodes. Fortunately, you are largely unaffected by it. Volley.
Oh, that was close.
But she has opened a way into the building. Flit switch.
All right. Would I be able to reach Acid Storm if I moved over to him, considering he's flying?
With your largeness, I think you can reach him as is.
Okay.
Because he is flying low.
Gotcha. All right. Well, then, honestly, I just kind of want to look down at the Seeker Rookie and be like, I said stay down. You just stay there. And then I'm going to swing out at Acid Storm with my hammer.
Okay.
And be like, now you also come down.
Okay. So you are a large enemy making an attack against a long foe. No upshifts or downshifts. Standard array here. Would you want to spend an energon to give yourself an upshift?
Yeah, I mean, I got all this personal power. Why not? It's a walking battery. There's that.
The ability is, I think, called Energon Battery.
Heck yeah.
Am I also
Because
able to give
apparently-
A? In some form?
You would have to have, like, used an action to prepare to do so.
Okay.
Alright, and because I'm just struggling with apparently my weapons, I'm just going to roll the technology check because it uses my technology to attack with.
Yeah, it works for me.
Boom. What is the difficulty for Acid Storm?
Acid Storm, he is going to try to evade, which is going to be a 19.
19. Ooh, okay. This might be rough. Pray for me. Submit. No!
So close.
I wish there was like a story point or something. I want to help.
All right.
That would be my action. I don't think I have anything I want to do with my movement, my move action, since I'm just kind of fighting.
Yeah.
So I think I'll call my turn there.
Okay. That brings us around to Acid Storm. And hey, since you want to go hand to hand, you know what? He is going to transform, landing heavily, and he draws out a heavy cudgel. Unfortunately, standard action was landing and everything, so that is going to be his turn, bringing us back around to Light Swipe.
See, I had a different plan, but now that I heard the danger, if you will, I turned around. I gotta turn around and come back.
Okay.
And so, because Flit Switch is so important to our team, and as a senator, Light Swipe knows a valuable bot when they see it. So, to protect, I'm gonna come back with my move action. All right, let's see how many. Can I at least? Sorry, let's do some measurement here. What's going on? How far am I from here? So is this?
You're not going to make that because this is difficult terrain.
Yeah. So I can add 4 pushes to it.
Okay.
So I'll use all 4. Oof, that's gonna be a risk because I'm not gonna have a shield. Okay. Am I able to hit him from here?
Yeah. Yeah, because of your
Okay,
reach.
so all right, I'll move to here so I could still have at least one action or a free action to have a shield here because we need it with Acid Storm But I will hit with my weapon, targeting Acid Storm. All right. Have to bring up the sheet every time. All right, medium blade. No specialization. Can I use an energon point?
Sure.
Okay, I will do that. Let me charge. Will let me charge it? Yes. Is that what this for? That's the blue. So I'll bring it down to 3.
Yep.
All right. Oh. So once again, my sheet, it shows -6 for fumble, -5 for auto fail, -4 for 0, -3
You
for
just need to look at the
1d2.
+1
Yeah, got you. That's what I thought.
because you're giving yourself an upshift, not a downshift.
Yeah, right. And then the difficulty is 19.
Yep.
Still.
He's going to use evasion
Alright.
still.
All right. What we got?
Fortunately, no good.
Which is fine. More so, the point of this is to distract. I will activate my shield,
Okay.
and that's the end of my turn.
All right. So inside the base, these guys move, finishes work on this one. This guy sees that. He is going to start moving this way. This guy is going to follow suit. On the other side of the map, Ruth is going to use all her movement to get to the console. It is the Seeker rookie. No longer stunned, he is going to stand up. Shouts to the heavens, "Lord Starscream, I shall redeem myself!" And he is going to try to punch Light Swipe. So this is going to be an unarmed strike against your evasion.
Yep, 16.
Okay. Here we go. Nope, no good. Acid Storm shakes his head. Useless. Thundercracker. Let's see. With the wall torn down, I think he's going to switch targets, and he's going to take a shot at Volley. So, move action to
Do I
reload.
have cover of any sorts just because there is some wall?
I'll give you cover.
It's
Yeah.
rough terrain around me, maybe, or at least.
Oh, you know what? Because of your ability, yeah, I definitely think you have cover.
Awesome. Okay, I'll take it.
All right. So he will take
So,
aim.
They're not in large mode. They're not in long. They're large.
He is
yeah?
not. He is not.
Okay.
So
So,
he's-
but they get
he's-
at least what 2 downshifts?
Yep, but he took aim, so it's a net -1.
All right, -1 downshift, a DC 19. I'm sticking with evasion.
Okay. Failure.
Oh,
Terrible roll on his end. This whole evening, honestly.
it? when does critical failure happen again? Is it only on a 1 on the D20?
I guess so. I thought that it also happened when you rolled
I
a
thought
1
it happened on
the
the
skill
skill
die.
die as well.
I was like, story point for skill die for you?
If it is, I will probably spend it on this. Oh, you know what?
Just
That's
to
under
avoid a
fumble.
critical.
I'm looking at like the glossary, trying to find stuff quicker.
Action.
Okay. If the D20 rolled a natural 1 and the skill test failed, this is considered a fumble.
Oh. Okay, no, so it has to be on a D20, not 1.
Yep. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Volley, it's your turn then.
Okay, cool. I'm like, ooh, that was close. Speaking of close, hey, Skywarp. Question.
Mhm.
Can I push to move Oh, in conjunction with a move action. So no. Okay, never mind. That answers my question.
Yep.
I've just finished reading the thing. Although I guess there's not really a wall in my way, is there?
Nope.
Cool. Well, then we're just gonna shoot Skywarp here.
Okay. What are you shooting her with?
So I was gonna say I'm gonna stick with aiming. So aim at Skywarp, right?
Okay.
They're in long form, which will be nice. Because I am then also going to use my heavy machine gun. And I'm going to attempt an alternate effect for 3 downshifts
Ooh. Okay.
to do 3 sharp.
Ooh, all right.
If it hits.
So,
So 3 downshifts from the alternate effect, but 2 upshifts from both aiming and my
the
target
size.
being long,
Okay. Fair
if I'm not
enough.
mistaken.
She's going to defend with evasion, which is a 19.
Okay, so this is really difficult,
Yep.
but here's to hoping. So, no specialization. Skill shift goes down by a total of 1.
Okay.
Difficulty 19. And no edge, snag, or anything like that. Can I use a story point to make this better? Ahead of
You
time?
can,
Is
give,
that even
you can
possible?
give yourself. You can spend a story point to make yourself specialized in it.
Oh, what is...
Specialized. What's that do?
Oh,
You roll-
specialized makes it so that the skill die and every
And
subsequent one, yeah?
all dice below it, and then you just take the best one.
Yeah, I'm only sticking with a D4 right now, so I don't feel like that'll be useful.
Ooh, yeah, nope, not really.
So, alright. Here goes nothing!
Okay, let's see it.
Son of a bitch!
Oof.
Oh,
And even maxing out that D4, you wouldn't hit.
It's unfortunate.
So you spin up, and you fire these shots, but none of them manage to hit her, or if they do, they simply bounce off of her armored alt mode.
That's fair. Okay.
Can you run and turn things?
That would have been 1 free action and my main action.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and run in this direction. Getting... How many free actions do I have left?
You should have
6?
I believe so.
A
Yes,
ton.
6. 6 is correct.
Cool. We're going to get directly around this wall perfectly with all 6 of my free actions as I push it
Okay.
and take cover behind the wall.
All right. Red Tape, it is your turn.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to help him out. Take aim, and then shoot at Skywarp again.
Okay. She is going to continue
Oh.
to evade with a 19.
Oh, man.
So you get 1 upshift
Upshift
due to
from
the
long.
size. You get 1 upshift from aiming. You could spend an energon point to get another upshift. You could spend a story
I've already
point
used it.
to become specialized.
Hmm.
You guys haven't spent a single story point yet.
Have not. And
You
we
have
all
4
have
of them.
1 story point?
You guys share a pool of 4.
I mean, I'm down with specialization help.
Yeah, I would like to get this person off them.
Okay.
Like, do you have higher than a D4?
Higher than a D4
with-
on my targeting.
Yep. You're up to what, a D10?
My targeting is already a D8.
D8? Yeah,
Oh,
so
then
with
hell
your
yeah.
2 upshifts, you're at a D12.
Yeah.
Alright, let's try to get this person off.
Okay, let's see it.
Station.
So story point for the specialization?
Yep.
All right, you guys
Hell
have
yeah.
3 story
Mm.
points remaining. I have 1.
Alright, let's see. Come the fuck
Ooh, you want
on.
to spend another story point to reroll that 1?
I don't know if it'll help, but yeah.
I don't know if it'll help either.
It'll keep you from having a fumble.
Which we don't want that.
Alright. Everybody else is cool with it.
I'm cool.
Okay.
Do the thing.
I don't know about other
Moving.
people.
So just roll a d20.
All right. Somebody else have an opinion on it? What?
They said roll do the thing.
Oh, okay. Bloop.
Well, it's not a fumble.
My D20s are awful. What in the hell,
Everybody's
man?
awful.
Yeah, no, the roll
Alright.
20 laser
But
20
you're
is
still
upset today.
alive, and that's what matters.
Anything else you want to do with your move action?
Where are these people at? I'll stick here.
Okay. All right. That is gonna bring us to Skywarp's turn. With the way blown up, she is going to move in, and she's actually going to transform, landing in bot mode as she does so. Get out here, Pipsqueak! Flit switch.
It's time to trade blows. Come here, Acid Storm.
Okay. Going for Acid Storm.
Yep.
He is going to try to evade with a 19.
Still gonna be bad. I think I'll have to spend an Energon to try and upshift again. Just
Okay.
to maybe hit. You know, increase my odds, if you will. Do this. Come on, there we go. Alright, spending this, that'll go down to 3. And then... check, no specialization. Go. DC 19.
Yep. Ooh,
23!
23.
Yeah.
Let me see if that...
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird that a fumble is the result of a natural 1 on the d20, but a
Mhm.
critical success only occurs when the skill die
When it's the skill die.
is the highest number value. We'll get to
Yep.
that in the after action report.
That's so weird.
So that is just a success. You deal
Yep.
1 stun damage to
stun.
him, which prevents him
Yep.
from using any move actions.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to take some suggestion here that was mentioned on mute. I'm going to look down at the Seeker rookie again. I'm going to say, now remember, stay down. And I'm going to start shuffling my way over him and the rough terrain he's causing to start moving away. Come on, light swipe. We got a job to do.
Okay.
Right.
Just go. I'm assuming it's
Just
like
trying to
20 feet just to
protect
move
you.
up the 2 squares.
Yep.
And then I can probably start moving, yeah. So then 5, 10, 15, and then 20. That is my move speed with the rough terrain.
Thank God.
Okay.
I just couldn't leave you. I was traumatized from the last time that ever happened.
So
I just keep like mean mugging the Seeker rookie. Like, you stay on the freaking ground, I swear to God.
Acid Storm grips this heavy cudgel in 2 hands and brings it up overhead before bringing it smashing down on Light Swipe. He's going to try to make a strike against you. What would you
Let's
like to
go.
defend with?
Evasion, please. 16.
16, okay. Heavy cudgel, no specialization, no skill shift, difficulty 16. A little distracted. Failure.
Thank God.
Misses. He swings at you. You manage to duck under the blow, and his cudgel crashes into the building beside you, causing some of it to crumble away. It is your turn.
And with that, I actually would like to move as well because I was literally only here to not let Flit Switch
Well, do you
take
want
all
to
these blows.
finish off the rookie maybe, so he can't keep hounding you guys?
Thinking about it.
Because I wanted to transform into my alt mode.
Okay.
Like I want to leave. But I don't. Ooh, I don't know.
I mean,
Team-
he's prone, so you would have an edge on your strikes against him, meaning you get to roll the d20 twice and take the better result.
Okay. I'll do
Or
it.
no, he's no longer prone.
I'll
He
do-
stood up. Never mind.
Yeah, he did stand up, and I just don't want to be here anymore. But
Okay,
team, if
That's what you want to do.
yeah, no, I don't know. I'm trying to hear from like Flit Switch. Should I take this person out before I go, or yes, no? I heard
I
nothing.
think you gotta. Yeah, I think you gotta. I think they're leaving the choice up to you.
Oh, I hate that. Okay, I'll hit him.
Okay.
All right, no change.
Difficulty 16.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna miss, but no edge on anything.
Nope. Hit.
All right, yeah.
And with that 2 sharp damage, he goes down.
Okay. All right, can I move now?
Yeah, you can move, and he isn't even difficult terrain anymore.
Oh, because he's down.
Yep.
Do I push? Is it a free action to push him into the water?
I mean, we can just say you slash out with your sword, scoring a critical hit, stabbing into his spark chamber, and he topples back and crashes into the water.
Wee. Okay, so I'm going to walk away now.
Okay.
Let's see. Measurement. 40. I'm sorry, can't see. One more time. I don't like that you have to switch tools to do things. Take things longer. Here you go. I like to go 40 since I can't convert. I want to. All right.
Okay.
Switch tool. 40 here. All right. At least we're making our way downtown. And then I would like to do 3 pushes and 1 shield. So
Okay.
push. So that's 15 more.
Yep.
Ugh, sorry.
That's
That
5.
was 5.
Just move yourself 10 more feet.
Was that
One
10?
more?
Or was that
Yep,
only?
1 more.
Okay. 1 more. All right.
Okay. All right. It
Benji.
is the workers. This guy's gonna come out here. We're good here. The pumps are set. See his buddies coming up behind him.
Ooh, that means somebody could get in my car.
The other side of the map, Ruth activates 1 valve. She then has to move and cannot activate the other 2 valves yet, but she is in position next round where she can activate both valves. Thundercracker, maybe hearing the sound of humans from the other side emerging, is going to whirl and take a shot on Light Swipe. So,
Yeah,
Move
I'm a
action to-
shield.
move action to reload, free action to take aim, then he is going to use a standard action to fire.
Evasion.
Using evasion, and that is going to be a what?
16 still.
16. Got that going on. Nope. So these people come out, he takes a shot, part of the wall is pulverized, they quail slightly, but they know they're so close to succeeding here. They do not back down. Volley, it is your turn.
Alrighty. Honestly, I don't feel like the heavy machine gun item option worked last time because that was while he was long. And now they're not even long anymore.
What you want to do?
So we're not going to take as heavy of a loss here, and we're just going to go for I think a normal shot here with the heavy machine gun. So, kind of round the corner again. He'll probably just do it from this kind of bit of cover, aim, and heavy machine gun fire at Skywarp.
Okay. Gonna be a difficulty 19 still.
Yep. No specialization. Skill shift up 1.
Yep.
Due to aiming, but nothing else. Difficulty 19. And
See what you
no
got.
snags or anything. I swear this game hates us.
It does seem to, yes. All
Oh,
right.
man.
Red tape.
I guess I'll continue just
Oh, yes, sorry.
sticking with it. Oh! I would have had to reload before doing so, and then reload again. So there would have been 2 of my free actions. But otherwise, reloading. And then,
Okay.
that's it.
All right, red tape. Still taking shots at Skywarp?
Yep. Still trying to get them on.
All right, so it's only going to be 2 upshifts if you take... Actually, no, it's only 1 upshift if you take aim. Because she's no longer
'cause they're
in
not-
jet mode.
Yep. So, keep on shooting.
Okay.
Think. I need something bigger on my D20s. Come on, D20, please.
All right. Any movement you want to take?
Movement, go down here.
Okay. You're already in alt
That's
mode,
it.
so... Okay.
Mhm.
Skywarp. Let's see, Skywarp could do that. I think she is just going to take aim at volley with her particle rifle.
Would it be safe to say that I was trying to take cover behind this wall, or...
I'll give you a little bit of it. I'll give 1 downshift to you.
I'll take it.
So that'll just even out with her her upshift from aiming.
All right, 19.
Okay, so evens out. 19. That going on. Nope. She blasts apart part of the wall, but can't quite hit you. She's gonna try to like move in, but she can't like quite get herself. So she's got like a hand on like part of the like roof of it almost, and she's like leaning down, like taking a shot at you. Snarling.
Yes, she's off guard.
Lit switch.
All right, we're back on track. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get over to our ally. We're going to use our action to convert. And then
Okay.
we are going to use our only move action to go 60 feet this way. Zoom, zoom.
All right.
There we go. And that's my turn.
Okay. It comes back around to Acid Storm's turn. Let's see. Those are built into him. Perfect. Cowards! And he's going to lift a particle rifle. And I think he's just going to take a shot at Light Swipe, just because you're there. So he's going to take aim.
Is there?
And you're defending.
Yep, it'll be evasion 16.
16. Fumble. I'm going to spend my last story point to reroll that d20. And he gets a 16 exactly.
So that's the hit.
Yep, he will do 1 point of damage.
Sounds good.
And then he is going to let's see, he's got 30 feet of flight, and he's also got plenty of speed. He can close on you. Light Swipe, it is your turn.
All right. So, couple clarifications here.
Mhm.
The people to get them to safety. Where is that?
There's nowhere. If you just want to be like, stay in there, it's safer, you can tell them that for free.
Mhm.
Yeah, getting them to safety is not a part of this scene.
Got you. Second question: were we trying? Originally, I was trying to bring them to the other side, but I don't think I have enough actions to do that. So I can't see the other side. Is Ruth just the one trying to deactivate everything over there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yep, so I'll tell them to stay safe. I wanted to go into alt mode.
You could.
I should run away. I want to run away.
Volley probably will just call across the headset and be like, we've got this side covered. Just
Thank you.
we should be good. Hopefully soon.
I'm gonna take this turn to hit him.
Okay.
To hit Acid Storm.
Okay.
Because even if I'm taken out, other people will be okay. So, all right, here we go. Where's my sheet?
He's
But
going to
keep
defend
happening.
using his evasion. He's going to try to dodge under your blade, duck under it.
So 19.
19. Yep.
Ooh, you know what? Lies. I do want to use an energon point.
Okay. Give yourself a little upshift.
Yep. I'll do that. Want me to. It would be nice if it let you just down arrow instead of type. Also, gotta fill out a form to do any action here. So, all right, submit. Upshift. Bit. Difficulty 19. Submit. What I do? Well,
You could spend a story point to reroll that 1 on the skill die, but you would need to roll a 9 or 10 to hit.
I was at a D10. I was using a D10.
Yep.
If that helps the team. It's the team's call. If not, it may not be worth it.
Yeah, it's not like a fumble, so it's not gonna screw you over.
No. So, all right, cool.
All right.
All right, I'm still gonna move though, because I
Okay.
have a move action and some
Yeah.
pushes, and even though I don't get to convert, because you know, I keep coming for my edges here. That's fine. All right, so 40. Okay, so.
And you're going to
40.
push, so you can go ahead and you could just go the 55 if you want.
Yeah, I'll do the 55 then. It'll let me. Okay, why? My least favorite part is navigating this.
So if you
Okay.
click your token, like left click them to pick them up and then right click, you can measure with your character.
It's not even letting me left click. That's what's been crazy.
Oh.
Okay. All right, left click and then. You know what? F it. I don't know what to do.
Can you just ping where you want to move your character and I'll move him there?
I want to move the 50 wherever 55 feet is forward. I would like to do that, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
And then shield.
And then shield. Okay, that brings us back to these guys. These guys, like as you told them, they are going to duck back inside the buildings here to take cover. But Ruth, on the other side, is right next to both consoles. And so with her actions, she is able to hit both of them and bring this collapse to a close. The alarms turn off, and as the release valve begins gushing water, the pressure is taken off of the damaged dam, causing the pouring water to weaken down to a trickle. As this water fades away, once more Starscream's voice comes over your comms. No! I have enough energon now anyway, you irrelevant stooges! The water rushing through the system created enough for me to build my new weapon, which will kill Megatron once and for all! Seekers, to me! And at his call, immediately the surviving Seekers, Thundercracker, Acid Storm, and Skywarp transform and rise up, disappearing into the sky. As the engineers cheer the Autobots for their heroics, there is a faint crackle, and the voice of Jazz comes over your comms. Starscream, that featherless turkey, he cut our call short. Shouldn't have to face him alone, but y'all brought your A game, and and we'll think twice about underestimating you again. Come on back to Omega 1 and we'll debrief before we slot you in the repair bay for some much needed R&R. What? Rest and relaxation? Not in the least. We're going to remove and repair your engine blocks. And thus concludes the first of many possible adventures for your robots in disguise.
All right.
Yay!
Now, usually, while that covers our game here, we usually like to, talk a little bit about the adventure, the system, and what we think of it. Now, it is pretty late for us, not super late. Do you guys want to do that? And just we'll include it as part of this episode, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Or are you people tired and you want to save it for just one final sort of epilogue review episode?
I'm down for whatever everybody else is feeling.
Shy, Decaf, Thread, how you guys feeling about that? Like I said, I'm down to wrap this up, and next time we can look at playing something new. What do you think?
I'm down for an epilogue episode next time, but I think I might be the only one on the East Coast here. So I could also be flexible too.
Well, I am also on the East Coast. Don't worry, I'm with you. Actually, so is Ben. We're all here.
If we need to hold off, then I am pro holding off. I already have all my notes, and let's just say I thought I was being unkind towards Fabula Ultima. I'm definitely unkind towards this system.
That is fair. All right, so you know what? It sounds like that is 2. I think that's enough of a majority that we can call it here, and we will aim for 2 weeks from now. We're going to wrap it all up. It's not even really going to be much of an epilogue. It's more just going to be a review of the system. So, thank you everybody that is watching this now on Twitch or is watching this on YouTube. You can catch us. We try to do this every 2 weeks. We aren't good at doing that, but we try. By God, we try. So, until next time, stay safe, be good, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.